नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 31, entitled The Gopi Songs of Separation. Continuing in the topic of the Nectarian Mellows of Sri Gopi Gita, reading from text 18. Brajavanaukasam vyaktirangate vrijinahantriham vishwamangalam tyajamanakchanas tvatsprihatmanam svajanaridrajam yannishudanam. Translation. O beloved, your all-auspicious appearance vanquishes the distress of those living in Vraja's forests. Our minds long for your association. Please give to us just a bit of that medicine which counteracts the disease of your devotees' hearts. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namine. Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaura Katha Dhamadaya Nagara Gramatarine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. This particular verse, text 18 of Sri Gopi Gita, it's very, very heart-touching. Very, very, one of the verses very closest to my heart. Here, it is explained that the gopis, we know that how the gopis, out of their ultimate affection for Krishna, they actually use many, many words to address him. in different verses of the Gopi Gita, they've called Krishna by different names like, Keshava, Mukunda, Devaki Nandana, Yashoda Suta, Vrajendra Nandana, Vrajendra Suta, Nandanandana. So like this, they have, addressed Krishna in many, many names. Here in this particular verse, they're not even able to address Krishna with any of his names. The one word that they're addressing him with is Anga, which is translated here, if we look, it is translated as the dear one. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also mentions that Anga, in reference to this verse, the gopis are addressing Krishna in such a way that they are also saying that Anga also means a body part. Limb of a body is referred to as Anga. And limb of the body means hand, legs, our arms. These are limbs of our body, part of our body. So Anga means a part of the body, a particular limb of the body. So Krishna herein is addressed by the gopis not only as the dear one, but a dear one who is part of their very existence, part of their own bodies. That Krishna is actually part of them. So it's very, very, very appealing the way the gopis are actually addressing Krishna. Because here they are coming towards the end of their song of separation, and they just don't know what to do other than tell Krishna that Krishna, you are everything for us. That's the level that they are now expressing to Krishna, that Krishna, we cannot even address you as Krishna. We cannot even call out your name, because you are the very, part of our existence. You are part of our own body. The way that we breathe, the way that we take our own breath, you are part of that. You are that. And because you are part of that, therefore, our existence depends on you. If you are continuing to not being visible to us, then we will give up our lives, O Krishna. So that is the purport that is explained, that by using this one word Anga to address Krishna, the gopis are actually addressing and giving this meaning out to Krishna. It's very, very heart-touching. The gopis continue to say that Vraja Vanaukasam Vyaktir Angate. Hey Anga, you, our dear part. Generally we say that we are the part and parcel of Krishna, right? The spirit soul is part and parcel of Krishna. And the gopis here are saying something very opposite. They are telling Krishna that you are our part. It's very, very wonderful how the gopis are relating to Krishna. The gopis are, for us in our material conditioning, we need to understand that we are not this body, but we are eternal part and parcel of Krishna. We belong to Krishna's transcendental body. The gopis are saying Krishna belongs to their transcendental body. We can understand what level the gopis are at just by this one word, Anga. That by saying this, how the gopis are establishing that what intimate connection they have with Krishna and what is their relationship with Krishna. It is said that when Krishna, Adi Purusha, when Krishna is extremely happy, when he is extremely happy, if we take that happiness out of Krishna, that happiness manifests in the form of Srimati Radharani. That is Srimati Radharani. When the happiness is coming out of Krishna and it manifests in the most compassionate form of Srimati Radha Thakurani, that happiness of Krishna is manifesting in the most beautiful form of Mahabhav Swarupini Srimati Radha Thakurani. That is Srimati Radharani. And the gopis are nothing but expansions of Mahabhav Swarupini Srimati Radha Thakurani. So the gopis are none other than the happiness that is coming from Krishna. So we can understand that, yes, the gopis have, everything is part and parcel of Krishna, but in the pure form, in the pure state of love, or in the pure stage of prema, the gopis are having this feeling that Krishna is part of our body. We are, yes, for sure, we are also part of him, but he is nonetheless part of our bodies as well. So this is how the gopis are addressing Krishna by calling him as Anga, that you are part of our body. Now, one of Krishna's names we all know is Ananga. Ananga means one who does not possess anybody. Ananga means having no form is called Ananga. So it is sometimes misunderstood that how can, it may be, perceived as an impersonalist kind of an idea to call Krishna Ananga, or a very Mayavadi concept of, calling him without a body. But Srila Prabhupada very carefully explains that Ananga in context of Krishna means that Krishna does not have a material body, that his body is completely Satchid Ananda. It is not material in any way. It is completely transcendental, completely spiritual. It is Satchid Ananda. So that is why Krishna is referred to as Ananga. There's one more personality who is called as Ananga. Ananga is the, Lord Balaram. He actually is the first servitor of Krishna. And there's a very beautiful lecture by Srila Prabhupada as well as by His Holiness Bhaktividya Purna Maharaj from Mayapur. And a very beautiful class was given, and he said that there is just one difference. Actually, there's two differences between Krishna and Balaram. Krishna and Balaram are both Supreme Personality of Godhead, but there's two differences. One is in the complexion, and the other is in the mood. So Krishna is black, Balaram is white in color, in complexion. So that is one difference, that they are both, black and white. There's a difference. And the second difference is in the mood, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the mood of an enjoyer. And Balaram is the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the mood of seva, in the mood of service. So that is why it is explained that Lord Balaram, he actually serves Krishna in all rasas. All the rasas, Lord Balaram is serving Krishna. Starting from Shantaras. In Shantaras, we know that the flute, the clothing, the ornaments, the dham, everything is a manifestation actually of Lord Balaram. It's an expansion of Lord Balaram. So Lord Balaram, he serves Krishna in this Shantaras. Then, of course, Dasyaras, he is, the first servitor. As soon as Krishna opens his eyes in the morning, he actually sees Lord Balaram. He is the first one because Lord Balaram, he knows what has happened in the previous night. That Krishna was not in the bed next to Balaram. And Balaram is the one who is safeguarding Krishna's secret. Nobody else in the palace of Nanda Baba knows that Krishna is not in the palace every night, that he has his pastimes, his intimate pastimes with the gopis during the night. Only Lord Balaram knows the secret. And he is the one who keeps the secret. So when Krishna comes back in the early morning hours, before anybody wakes up, Balaram, makes sure that he gets into bed properly, so that when Mother Jashoda comes to wake up Krishna and Balaram, at that time, Krishna is decent and there is nothing wrong. One time, what happened is, a very sweet pastime, that Krishna and Srimati Radharani and all the gopis, they, had a wonderful night. They, swam in the waters of the Jamuna. Then after swimming in the waters of the Jamuna, they drank the most intoxicating honey, which is called as Varuni. They drank that. Then after drinking and after having some refreshments, they performed the Rasa Leela. After doing all of that, they were a little exhausted. So Brinda Devi, she arranged for a very beautiful little cottage under a beautiful kunja, like a forest grove, and she laid down the couple to rest, the divine couple. So Radha Krishna, they took rest in that forest grove, and Vrinda Devi, she would engage her assistants in, like alarm clocks. Her assistants were the parrots and the other birds. So she would, engage these sweet singing birds like the cuckoos and the parrots to sing very beautifully, so that they would serve as alarm clock to wake up the divine couple. So when they woke up, that day, the cuckoos and everyone, they got a little late also, because, the pastimes had gone very late in the night. So they didn't want to disturb Radha Krishna so much. But then Vrinda Devi said, no, now it is time. So then she engaged her assistants to wake up Radha and Krishna. And Radha Krishna immediately woke up. And in hurry, they did not realize that they'd committed a mistake. We'll come to the mistake a little later. So then Radharani bid farewell to Krishna. Krishna ran back to Nandagram, and Radharani ran back to Barshana, and, with the gopis, and Krishna came back to his home. He just sneaked in through the window, and he came and lay down on the bed next to Balaram. So when Balaram opened his eyes and he saw that Krishna had come, but oh no, what is Krishna wearing? And then Balaram immediately woke up Krishna and said, Kanha, what's wrong with you? Why are you wearing a blue dhoti? Why are you wearing this color dhoti? What's wrong with you? And then he said, oh, this must be, don't worry, it's okay, we'll manage it. So then immediately Balaram, he knew that if Krishna is wearing a blue dhoti, then Srimati Radharani would be wearing a yellow sari. So if Krishna would be in trouble, so, Radharani would be in more deep trouble. So then Balaram immediately called for the sister of Srimati Radharani, and as soon as he remembered Srimati Radharani's sister, she immediately manifested and she came to Nandagaon, and Lord Balaram, he sent this blue sari of Radharani, he sent it through her, and she brought back Krishna's yellow dhoti, and they exchanged their clothes. And Balaram put back Krishna to sleep, and then he went back to sleep, and then right after that time, Mother Jashoda walked in. So Balaram saved the day, otherwise Krishna would be in a lot of trouble. And so would Srimati Radharani. So like this, Balaram, he is considered to be the perfect servitor of Krishna in Dasyaras. So how Krishna is being served by Lord Balaram, even in Dasyaras. Of course, as the Sakha, as the dearly beloved friend, we know that how Balaram is the keeper of Krishna's secrets. A friend in need is a friend indeed. We all know that saying, but by this pastime, that how Lord Balaram not only protected Krishna, but also protected Srimati Radharani, and how he is the protector of the divine couple, and the best friend who is keeping the secret like this. So Lord Balaram is the best friend of Krishna. And in Vatsalya Ras, how Lord Balaram, he knows that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But nonetheless, whenever Krishna would go to fight any demon, at that time, Krishna would actually take permission from Lord Balaram, and Balaram would always say, yes, you will be victorious, Krishna, but take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Balaram would always say this, that take care of yourself, Kanha. That how much of protection he has towards Krishna, this, parental affection, that, yes, Krishna is dependent on me. That is how a parent thinks, that this is my child. He is dependent on me, and I must safeguard my child. So Balaram knows that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is all-powerful. But still, out of his parental affection, Lord Balaram would always tell Krishna, take care of yourself. That is the beauty of his Vatsalya Bhav towards Krishna. And in Madhurya Ras, Balaram as himself cannot participate directly, because he knows that Srimati Radharani actually feels very shy in front of Lord Balaram. In the, I don't want to say olden days, but even in, I've seen in my parents' generation, the elder brother of the husband is, the wife of the younger brother does not interact freely with the husband's elder brother. Like Jeth, Jethji, they say. So they actually stay in, it's just out of respect, and there's nothing other than that. So Srimati Radharani was actually, she is actually the embodiment of all etiquette. She follows etiquette to the core. So Srimati Radharani, she would, have a very respectful distance from Lord Balaram. And it is explained that when in Govardhan, when Sri Krishna would walk in Govardhan Hill, on Govardhan Hill, Krishna would leave, like wherever his lotus feet would fall, he would leave like a mark of, black dye behind him. Wherever his lotus feet would fall, he would leave, that particular shila would turn black. And Srimati Radharani, whenever she would step on a shila, on Giriraj shila, that particular shila would turn red like kumkum. And when Lord Balaram would step on a particular shila, that shila would turn like crystal, white. It would become like white crystal. So this was the way that Sri Giriraj would serve these three personalities, because whenever Srimati Radharani would see that there is a pair of black lotus feet, but if it is accompanied with white lotus feet, Radharani would know that, oh, Krishna is not alone, that Balaram is with Krishna, and she would not go in that direction. And similarly, if Balaram would see that this pair of black lotus feet is accompanied with a pair of red lotus feet, then Balaram would not go in that direction, because he did not want to make Radharani feel embarrassed. So he would know that Radharani is with Krishna, therefore he would not go in that direction. So this shila is turning black, red, and white. It's in this context, I just want to add one personal anecdote. My Prabhu's relatives, actually Prabhu belongs to Braj. Most of you know that, but he is originally from Uchagaon, which is Lalita Sakhi's village near Barshana. And there are a lot of relatives of Prabhu's side who are still there in Nandagaon and Barshana area. And one of his distant uncles is one of the Sevites in Seva Kunj in Vrindavan. And after our marriage, when we went there, back in 2002, when we went there, when they saw me first time, this particular uncle, who is the Sevite, he gave me a very amazing gift. And he said that this is Giriraj Shila. He gave it to me in my hand. And this Shila was black in color. So he said this is a magical Shila. And he said the only thing you have to do is put a drop of water on the Shila and use a dry tulasi stick, and dye like kajal comes out. And you can just apply, for warding off the evil eye. Because Krishna stepped on that particular Shila, he had that Shila with him. And I had read about these Shilas, in Mahanidhi Maharaj's book on appreciating Sri Vrindavan Dham. I had read about this, these three kinds of Shilas. But to actually see one, and then I asked him about even if Radharani Shilas, with a kumkum are there. He said, yes, but they are not available nowadays, and this particular Shila was there in his family, it seems, for generations. And he just happened to give this to me. Then I actually asked Jayapataka Maharaj, after we came back to Mayapur, I asked him what I should do, because he actually, this Brajvasi, told me that I should apply every day in my tilak. I should put a dot below my sindoor. And I said, okay, instructions from Brajbasi, but I still need to check with my spiritual master. So I brought the Shila back to Mayapur and I showed it to Jayapataka Maharaj. And he saw it and he said, yes, this is indeed, Krishna's lotus feet. And he was the one who first applied it. We first applied it on him, and then so anyone who sees me next, many devotees have seen this Shila, but I carry it with me all the time. So next time you see me, make sure you come and take Giriraj's blessings with Krishna's lotus feet, blessed on this Giriraj. Very, very special Shila that is somehow there with us. And this Shila actually, Srila Radhanath Maharaj, Srila Giriraj Maharaj, all of them have, taken this blessing from this Shila. So it's very blessed. And so anyways, just wanted to add that personal anecdote. So Lord Balaram, he actually expands, because Radharani feels so embarrassed, he actually expands as Srimati Radharani's sister to assist in Madhurya Ras. And her name is Ananga Manjari. So the entire pastime of saying this whole point was that Ananga is also the name of Lord Balaram. When she manifests and Krishna gives his own name to Balaram. That's a very special thing. Therefore, he is called as Ananga Manjari, as the sister of Srimati Radharani, who assists in Madhurya Ras, in Madhurya Leela. So that, Srimati Radharani is not embarrassed, and in all intimate rasas, she is present. Lord Balaram is present as Ananga Manjari. So, moving on, Vrajavanaukasam Vyaktir Angate. So that was the meaning of Anga and Ananga. Then second line is Vrijina Hantriyalam Vishwamangalam. The gopis are saying that, my dear Krishna, that your auspicious appearance is actually, you have come not for any personal gain, but only thing that you are doing by making your appearance is that you are bringing auspiciousness to the entire universe. Vishwamangalam. So it is actually true that you have come to relieve all of the people in this mundane world from all the distress that everyone is going through and to bless them with happiness. But those who live in Vraj, those who are staying in Vrindavan, and especially for souls like us, the gopis, we are here hankering for you. So you are actually giving pleasure to everybody else except for us. This is the, by calling him part of their body, the second line itself, they are actually again complaining to Krishna that Krishna, you have come to give pleasure to everyone in this world, but except for us, you are neglecting us completely. You are not even concerned that we are undergoing so much of distress in your absence. So what are they saying? Tyaja manak chanas tvatsprihat manam. Means the gopis are saying that please give us something that can relieve our sorrow and the burning that we are feeling in our hearts. So they're giving, means they're saying give us something that, Tyaja, please release a little, give us something that can release us from this, this hankering that we are going through. So then when Krishna heard that, okay, what is the hankering that you are wanting? What is it that you hanker? What is it that you want? Krishna is saying, what are you hankering for? The gopis are saying, well, you are so beloved to us, therefore we are always thinking about you, and we are thinking of not only just about you, but we are also thinking of ways that can make you happy. That is our only desire. We just cannot be satisfied unless we see you. So we just want you and nothing else. This is all we want, O Krishna. So Krishna is, then the gopis are thinking that, okay, Krishna might say that, well, all the Vrajvasis, they have love and affection for me. That anything happens in Braj, the only solution is go to Krishna. Let's go to Krishna. So they always, want to make me happy. So what is the difference between Brajbasis and you? Why are you, Krishna is, asking the gopis that why are you specially categorizing yourselves separate from even the Brajbasis? So the gopis are saying that they have kept their desire hidden in their hearts. And Krishna actually wants them to come out with their desire. So the gopis are saying the point is that we are not just Brajbasis. Then Krishna is saying, then who are you? What is so special about you people? So then in the end, the last line, the gopis are saying, who we are is Swajana Ridrujam Yan Nishudanam. The gopis are saying that for us, we are yours and you are ours. Swajana. You are our life. That we cannot live without you, just as a body cannot live without consciousness. So that is what is distinguishing us from even the Brajbasis. The regular Brajbasis, they can live without you. But we are, we just cannot live without you. We are your Swajana. Swajana means that we are yours and you are ours. So, and the gopis are saying we are inflicted by this disease of the heart, Ridrujam. Ridrujam means that we are inflicted by the disease in our heart that you are not being visible to us, O Krishna. That what is the disease that we are suffering from? That you are not coming in front of our eyes, O Krishna. That is why we are inflicted by this disease of the heart. So what is the solution? That please come in front of us and appear in front of us so that this heart disease will go away. Nishudanam. Nishudanam means that which can counteract the disease that we are going through. So give us this medicine, O Krishna, of your darshan. When we take darshan, we sing Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. When we take darshan of the Lord, do we ever think like this? Do we ever, we actually just think, oh Krishna, please protect, please protect, please protect. That is our only prayer. Please, allow me to do this, allow me to do that. Please allow me to, do this seva. Please allow me to do that. Please protect this person. Please protect that person. That is the things that we ask from Krishna when we see him. At least I do that. But how many of us take darshan of Krishna by thinking that Krishna is the giver, he is giving us his darshan, that is the medicine which can counteract the disease of our heart. And that medicine, if we can drink properly with our eyes, when, with unblinking eyes, if we can look at Krishna, if we can drink the ambrosial nectar of his darshan, then all disease that we are going through in our life, everything that we are going through in our life, Krishna will take care of it. He will solve all the problems that are there in our lives. He will take care of the devotees. He will take care of protecting the devotees. He will take care of protecting our sadhana, our seva. Everything will be taken care of if we can take darshan of Krishna in this particular mood, that our life is dependent on that darshan. So we will end here today. If there's any questions, comments, or reflections, we can take that now. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Koti Koti Dandvat Pranam. Always Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much for always given us such a wonderful association, Mataji. It's charged our battery up to 1 month, Mataji. Thank you very much. Dandvat Pranam. Please sing Gopi Gita after completing question answer.
Sure. So this is my weekly charge also. When I hear your voice, this is my weekly charge.
Thank you, Mataji.
We are connected to Srila Prabhupada. We are connected with our Guru Vargas. So Srila Prabhupada said there is ISKCON society waiting for us in the spiritual world, that all of us will be reunited together again in the spiritual world, serving Guru and Krishna together. So that is one thing. Second thing is that Krishna is also teaching us the most important lesson, that life, is padam padam yat vipadam. So at every moment of our life, we should consider that this could be our last moment, and therefore we must choose to surrender to Krishna every moment of our life. It's not just enough when we are chanting our rounds in the early morning hours. At that time I'm surrendered and the rest of the day I forget about him. Or it goes in the back of our minds. But we should try that 24 hours of the day, that how we can always be in this mood of urgency. That this is something very, very important we always need to keep in mind, that there is no guarantee that we are going to live to see the next moment. We can have a heart attack, we can die right now. There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee to life. So we should consider each moment to be our last and try to surrender to Krishna, taking use of this opportunity so that we can actually be able to surrender to Krishna and serve Krishna with all the Vaishnavas. Then, that is one of the purposes why Krishna is showing us time and again that how we need to really, how we really need to envision this entire thing. It is sad, but many lessons are learned. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, Mataji, and one more question Sorry for bothering you. Mataji, why so many difficulties came in a devotee's life? And second thing, when we are working, at working place also, we behave like Dasanudasa Bhava. We don't argue with anybody, and they are misuse us, Mataji. So what can we do in this situation?
Well, first of all, why difficulties come is because Krishna tests, so that we can, choose to surrender to Krishna. Difficulties come because we should, try to pass the test that comes in the form of these difficulties are nothing but tests that are given by Krishna, and we need to pass them. That is the first thing. And about, using the same kind of humility at work, sometimes it doesn't really work. That's a topic in itself, that yes, we should have internal humility, but humility doesn't mean that we don't have a backbone, because people in the material world, they will misutilize that. They will use it against us. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada always said that humility means to be both for Krishna. Arjuna was a Kshatriya. He was a warrior. He was killing people, but that was his humility. How can humility be to kill another person? But Arjuna was the most humble. So in workplace, we need to know how to deal with people so that they don't take advantage of us. But that is a topic in itself, and I don't want to get into that right now. But it's a long discussion. But I just want to give the summary of the mood. So hope that answers your question.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I had one question about that. When Krishna walks on, the color changes, the stone color changes. Could you tell us which chapter those kinds of things are described?
As I said, this is written in the book written by His Holiness Mahanidhi Maharaj. It's a book called Appreciating Vrindavan Dham. It is written in that book.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, any more questions?
Can you please sing Gopi Gita, Mataji?
Yes. Okay. Madhuraya gira Valiguvakyaya Budhamanognaya Pushkare Kshana Vidhikaririma Viramuyati Adharasidhuna Yayayasvana Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavifiritam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadattatam Bhuvi Grinanti Bhurida Jana. Hare